Hey YouTube, good afternoon. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I am. Happy Sunday to you. Stacy Nicole back with another video of encouragement. And I just wanted to talk to you guys today about a topic that is often trending. It's a trending buzzword, sort of buzzword, and it has to do with narcissism and narcissistic abuse. Now, I myself personally have shied away from talking about narcissism and narcissistic abuse and surviving narcissistic abuse because I wanted to ensure that God released me to do so and that I had a peace in my spirit about doing so. I myself have suffered at the hands of a covert narcissist, and prayerfully and praises be to God, I was delivered from my abuser, and I am now on the other side of that. And my story is still being written, and my testimony is loading as we speak. But I realize there are still so many people that are sadly, very sadly, in the clutches, actively in the clutches of narcissistic abuse, and they are suffering daily and they feel trapped in the cycle. They may not know how to get out. They may not know, what to do to be set free from narcissistic abuse. And a lot of it is psychological. It's a psychological torment that is extremely demonic and from Satan himself. These people are of their father, the devil. And if you know scripture, Satan was the original and the first narcissist. Oh, yes. Yes, he was. So it is very demonic, and a lot of people are suffering in silence, and they just don't know what to do to get set free. So what I thought was, I am going to tell my story. Like I said, my story is still being written, even though I am delivered. Thankfully, I got out. But my story is still being written, and I will tell my story. I will tell my story at some point very soon. But in the meantime, I said, what could I do to encourage those that are still suffering at the hands of a narcissist? Whether your narcissist is covert or overt, abuse is abuse. And the effects that it can leave on the victim is just devastating. It is horrific, it is devastating, and it is something that I would not wish on anyone because it is so evil. It is so evil, it is so malicious, and it is very, very psychologically abusing. It is the psychological warfare that these demons love to engage in is just not even to be believed. They like to fight silently, some of them, more the covert narcissist. The covert narcissist is very passive aggressive, very deceitful. They are cowards. They do not fight you to your face. They fight you behind the scenes. They avoid accountability. They avoid confrontation. And instead of being a good person, they're just concerned with everyone thinking they are a good person, but they do not operate in integrity in any shape, fashion, or form. So the covert narcissist is very, very sneaky, very underhanded, and they do everything behind the scenes. The overt narcissist is more in your face, arrogant. They think, it's their world. Everyone else is just a squirrel trying to get a nut. And they're just very obnoxious and overtly self-serving people. And they don't care who they hurt in the process. It's their world. It's their world. So these people are just disgusting. They are disgusting. All of them share the same attribute, in the sense of none of them ever are willing to take accountability. It's always everyone else's fault. Never ever are they introspective and look at what they do to contribute to any situation. They're the type of people that throw rocks and hide their hands. So with that, whether you are a narcissistic abuse survivor, or if you're still in the clinches of the abuse, I just want to encourage you to stay in your word, stay before the feet of the Lord, because he truly is the only one that can deliver you from the hands of the narcissist. These people, like I said, are extremely evil. They're very, very evil. And you will need the help of the Lord and the encouragement of the Lord to get you through the situation. You will. You can't do it in your own might. You have to make up your mind for yourself. But the Lord will see you through it. So don't wait for these people, these narcissists, to validate you. Understand and know that your validation comes from God. And give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself. Love on yourself. Because this really, really does damage your soul, your mind, your heart, your spirit, all of that. So give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and just continue to love on yourself. And pray that God will give you the courage to be released, to be delivered. You can do it, and you will do it. I'll be praying for you. If there's anything that you'd like to share about your journey, hop down in the comments and share. I would love to pray over your comment, pray over your situation. Hit the like button if this encouraged you, and also share it with a family member, friend, whomever you think this may encourage, because everyone is fighting some type of battle. Everyone is fighting some type of battle. Even when they're smiling, you never know what people are going through. And as they say, check on your strong friends. I was considered, and I am considered, one of the strong friends. But I was suffering in silence. A lot of people didn't know what I was going through, because it's very shameful. It's very shameful. And you don't want to admit that somehow something so malignant and evil happened to you. But it can happen to anyone. If you're an empath and you love and you have compassion, those are the people that the narcissists target, because they're empty vessels. They are empty human beings. So they look to people that have good hearts and big hearts, because they feed off of your energy. So don't change who you are. If you're a good person, if you are compassionate, be who you are. But just be very, very careful about who you share yourself with, and definitely who you give your heart to. Stay before the feet of the Lord, and he will give you the wisdom that is needed to be set free from narcissistic abuse. Well, I'm not going to make this video too long, but I hope that helps someone. Y'all go ahead about your day. Have a wonderful day. And until the next time, y'all be blessed. Bye.